And on semi-final day, we led Aero astray. When no one gave a chance to old Knockmore, we played with determination, lots of skill and concentration. Now we're in the final, as you know.
Up Knockmore, boys, up Knockmore. In Croke Park we'll hear the mighty roar. Men from the west, we show them we're the best, and bring the American Cup back to Knockmore.
From Condon to Ardagh, Rockford down to Ballina, we'll be behind them all the way. With the saffron and the blue, our boys will be on cue for the greatest victory on St. Patrick's Day.
Up Knockmore, boys, up Knockmore. In Croke Park we'll hear the mighty roar. Men from the west, we show them we're the best, and bring the American Cup back to Knockmore.
We will march up to Croke Park in our thousands wheel and bark. We'll sing and dance and cheer them all the way. With our banners held up high, sunshine high up in the sky, we'll leave the Rangers wondering how and why.
Up Knockmore, boys, up Knockmore. In Croke Park we'll hear the mighty roar. Men and women from the west, we'll show them we're the best, and bring the American Cup back to Knockmore. And bring the American Cup back to Knockmore.
And welcome to McHale Park, Castlebar, for this historic meeting in the county final of Knockmore. Appearing in many county finals, and Charlestown clearing in their first final since in 90 years. They won the county title way back in 1902, and here 90 years later they faced Knockmore, a team with 5 county senior titles. Knockmore defending the goal on our left, playing into the sun at no breeze, a slight breeze crossing the field. A throw-in, and the county final of 92 is on, and first to break away with the ball is knocked down there. It's a free straight away to Charlestown. Michael Burns was fouled, sends a low ball in towards the men, towards Morden Allen. Morden Allen tries to come inside. Stanton back to Kenny Riley. Kenny Riley has it. Kenny Riley is fouled. The ball went over the bar. The referee, Martin Murphy, had blown the whistle. It's a free in to Charlestown. Kenny was fouled. Knockmore goal, as James Kilroy will put this ball down, and he's taken every care in the world with it. He puts it down. He's 30 metres out. He's close to the centre of the goal. He takes one step to the left, hands on hips, comes up now and kicks it in, and kicks it wide. The first wide of the game for Charlestown. Well, there come an easy free, but the nerves playing in the first final just got to him, and he kicked it wide. Pat Reed put this kick out for Knockmore, wearing the cap. A high ball down towards Stanton. The ball breaks down. It comes to Kevin Barrett, but he's beaten away from him. Michael Burns, but Kevin Barrett picks it up at the second attempt, gives it out this side of the field towards O'Neill, to Halligan. The ball comes very close to this side of the field. It's gone out over the line. It's a line ball to to Knockmore, taken quickly by Dempsey, to the middle, to Dennis Kearney. Dennis picks it up and comes away, gives it out to Colran, gets it out to Dennis Kearney. Kearney, a long ball up the side of the field towards Patrick Brogan, goes for it, but only brings it down to the Charlestown man, and he breaks away up the far side of the field. This is Sean Higgins, but he looks to be fouled there, and Higgins, it's a free into Charlestown. Sean Higgins was fouled. A free, well, the referee is going to hop the ball. Somebody must have said something. Pádraig Brogan and Michael Burns is there. The throw is in between them. Brogan goes for it, takes it, comes away. He's fouled. A free to Knockmore. Pádraig takes it a low and in towards the middle. Kevin O'Neill goes for it, picks it up, tries to come inside his man John Casey. A low ball in, but it's taken away, and it comes out to Tom Colran, and Tom the chemist gets it out towards the far side to Sean Galligan, but he puts it out over the line, and a nervous start here by Charlestown. Galligan put the ball out for a 45. A 45 to Knockmore. Kevin O'Neill, son of Liam O'Neill, will take this free. Kevin kicks it in towards the goal. It's broken down in there. It comes to Raymond Dempsey. It's knocked out. It's gone wide. Well, the referee says it went off somebody there, and the umpire has his hand up now. He signalled wide first of all. This, a man who back in 1983 scored 13 points here against Davids, coming up to have a shot at goal. Brogan kicks it. He kicks it wide. He's Scanlon with this kick out. It's a high one down towards Brogan, and it breaks down. Stanton takes it in the air, comes inside his man Michael Burns, but he's adjudged, Kevin Stanton is adjudged to have taken too many steps, and it's a free to Charlestown. Robert O'Connor will take it. A high ball up towards the corner towards Kilroy. Goes inside. Back goes Tommy Holmes. Gets a boot to it. Seamus Durkin gets a boot to it out over the end line. It's a 45. And now with this 45 for Charlestown, Kenny Riley, the man who came back from America last year, over in New York for a couple of years, kicks this one high in towards the Knockmore goal. It's gone over the bar for the first score of the game for Charlestown. Kenny Riley opens the scoring for Charlestown, a point. The free out for Knockmore down here from Pat Reap. With his cap on, kicks it towards the centre of the field. Pádraig Brogan is in under it, knocks it down. It comes back to Holmes. Holmes is foul there. And it's a free to Knockmore. Pat Butler leaves it down. Kevin Stanton will take the free. Holmes is still down. Tommy Holmes down there, holding his leg, as Dr. Moffat and Seamus Weir goes in to have a look at him, and he looks to be in a bit of pain. Tom, a speed merchant of the Knockmore half-back line. And Tom Holmes is up on his feet. He's limps away gently as Kevin Stanton will take this free out, screws out the far side, taken there by Dennis Kearney, and Dennis, the Mayo player, kicks it high up the field in towards Seamus Durkin, and Morden knocks it down. It only goes straight to Butler, and Butler picks it up, doubtful until just before the game, to Kevin O'Neill. Kevin is on the run. He's 45 metres out, make that 40. He's being challenged by Halligan, tries to come inside Halligan. A high ball from Kevin O'Neill, and over the bar from Kevin O'Neill. The first score of the game for Knockmore. To level the score, Knockmore have come into this game today as raging favourites. Raging hot favourites today to take this title. They have won 5 county senior titles already and 1 intermediate. As this kick out now from Scanlon, Eddie Scanlon breaks down. It comes to Higgins. Sean Higgins gets it into the corner. Taken there on the run by Stephen Healy. Healy gets it out across this side of the field to Burns. Burns 20 metres out, still Burns going through. A shot from Burns and a point from Burns. A good point there by Michael Burns. And the two centre field men for Charlestown have scored their two opening points as the lead Knockmore 2-1. Patrick put this free out. The sun in his eyes on this gorgeous September day. Pat comes and kicks it now towards the halfway line. Kevin Stanton is under it, but Patrick Brogan nips in, loses the ball, gets it in low towards the centre, towards this half block down. Joe Davis's shot goes out the far side of the field to Kevin Barrett. Kevin gets it into Stanton. Stanton is 40 metres out. Stanton lofts a high ball in, but he sends it wide. And Kevin, the Mayo midfielder earlier in the championship, and on the Mayo team defeated by Donegal in the All-Ireland semi-final, and Donegal went on to capture the All-Ireland crown on last Sunday as Eddie Scanlon comes with this kick out. A high ball down towards Brogan, it breaks inside, comes to Hughie Lanyon. Hughie gets it out to Kevin Stanton. Stanton comes inside Kenny Riley. A low ball in is taken by Kevin O'Neill. Kevin comes inside Tommy Halligan. Still O'Neill swings the left foot at it, sends it wide. And kicks this ball out this side of the field down towards Michael Burns. A shot is blocked back to John Casey. Casey comes inside back to Dennis Kearney. Dennis called that one. Gives it out the far side of the field out towards Colin Harkin, and the publican from Main Street in Charlestown gets a boot to it into Healy in the corner. A good ball across the middle to Morden. Morden is on the run. He's 20 metres out. He turns, he shoots, and he kicks it over the bar. Another good point. Alan Morden, the scorer. Well, it was half blocked. It's a 45. It's a 45 for Charlestown. About 15 minutes gone as Michael Burns will take this free. Kicks it in and kicks it over the bar. Another fine point for Charlestown. Taken by Kenny Riley. Reap comes and kicks this ball out. Kicks it out the far side of the field, out towards Kevin Barrett. Just knocked. Well taken there by Kevin. Kevin tries to come inside Robert O'Connell. He's fouled by Robert. Gives it in, low ball in to Fergal Sweeney. Sweeney has it. Tries to come inside his man. Gives it out towards Patrick Brogan. Brogan comes inside his man, Michael Burns. A high ball up in the air with a wide ball. 3 wides for Knockmore, 1 for Charlestown. Charlestown lead by 3 points to 1. Eddie Scanlon, better known as Eddie Ackle Scanlon, the man from Ackle, comes out and kicks this out towards the centre, towards Kenny Riley. Rises his fisted down. It goes into Kevin O'Neill. Kevin has it, tries to come inside Tommy Halligan, gives it out to Fergal Sweeney. Sweeney waits for Hughie Lanyon to run on, but then has a shot in towards the goal. It's taken in there, but it's gone off his fingertips, off Kevin Stanton's, and out over the end line and wide. Here's the kick out from Eddie Scanlon. A high ball down towards Stanton. It's a last, but Kenny Riley was the judge to have the ball first, and it's a free to Charlestown. A free to Charlestown. Dennis Kearney will take it. And Dennis is in no hurry whatsoever as the breeze blows across the pitch here. And Dennis now, about 65 metres out from his own goal, comes and kicks it right foot out the far side of the field, out towards Desi Rutledge. Desi is out first this time, fists it out towards Stanton in the middle of the field. Stanton crossed the 70-yard line, low ball in towards the corner, towards Raymond Dempsey. Raymond tore the hand once, intended to pass it, then looks up and then kicks a huge ball in towards the goal, out over the end line and wide. And Knockmore have started very nervously indeed, kicking 4 wides in the opening 18 minutes or so. As Eddie Scanlon comes with this kick out now, kicks it towards the centre of the field, towards Michael Burns, rises for it, takes it as he's fouled by Patrick Brogan, and Michael looks up, then gives it low out towards his midfield partner with Kenny Riley. Kenny, toe in a hand, tries to come inside Kevin Stanton, gives it in low, but it's knocked away there. It comes towards Hughie Lanyon, but Hughie is beaten there by Colin Harkin, and the former Mayo under 21 player looks up and then sends a low ball to Healy in the corner. Healy is fouled. Tried to take the free quick. The referee brings the ball up, and it's now 25 metres out. Michael Burns will take it. And Michael Burns now with this kick. That's about 26, 27 metres out to extend Charlestown lead. Michael comes up now and kicks it left-footed, kicks it as a low one in. It's well taken by Pat Butler, gives it out there to Durkin, Durkin back to Butler. Butler comes away, fists it out the far side of the field to Kevin Barrett. Barrett lofts a high one up towards Pádraig Brogan. Over the halfway line, Brogan looks up and then gives it into the middle to Dempsey. Dempsey looks, gives it back across towards Joe Davis. Joe is pulled there by Dennis Carney. It's a free end to Knockmore. A free to Knockmore. Dennis Carney pulled down Joe Davis as he was going by him on the 13-metre line, and Raymond Dempsey will take it. Charlestown lead by 3 points to 1. Raymond Dempsey now with this vital kick for Knockmore to settle their nerves. Raymond kicks it in and kicks it over the bar. Over the bar for a point, to narrow the gap down to 1 point. As Eddie Scanlon comes now and kicks this ball towards the centre of the field, towards Kenny Riley. It comes down to Kevin Barrett. Kevin picking up a good lot of ball there now around the middle of the field in the last couple of minutes. Leaves it to Kevin Stanton. Kevin gives it out the far side of the field. It goes towards Joe Davis. It breaks inside Joe Davis. He's got Nigel Reed behind him. Joe lofts a high ball across and it's wide. The free out by Eddie Scanlon towards the centre of the field. Kenny Riley rises for it, takes it very well. He's fouled as he does so, gives it in quickly. In towards the full forward Moran. Alan Moran loses the ball. It's fisted in. Desi Rutledge is there, picks it up. Gives it back to Seamus Durkin. Seamus has it. Comes outside Alan Riley, but it goes into Stephen Healy. Healy has it. Being tackled, being fouled by Seamus Durkin. A good ball in towards the middle, towards Ryan, in the corner. Back to Moran. Is knocked off of there by Seamus Durkin. Out comes Tommy Holmes. Tommy gets up the fast side to Butler. Butler out to Brogan. Brogan is tackled there, but comes away. He's fouled as he does so. And Pádraig Brogan back his own 40 yards. Brogan comes and kicks it high up in the air, up towards Raymond Dempsey and Colran. Colran knocks it down to Sean Galligan, but the ball goes out over the line. Raymond Dempsey takes it quickly into the corner, in towards Nigel Reed, but the captain of the team. Nigel picks it up, comes across, loses the ball. It's still Reed, back to Davis. Davis a shot, and Davis a point. To tie the scores up, 3 points apiece. Joe Davis in front of the goal, up with the bar from his captain Nigel Reed. Eddie Scanlon out towards the centre of the field. They're rising for it. Stanton takes it, bursts away, loses it, but he's fouled as he does so. And it's another free to Knockmore, and Knockmore have come into this game very well now in the last 5 minutes or so. About 6.5 to half time. We have John Carney down here, who we send our best wishes, who was in a car accident on his way to the match. And John has wearing a neck collar, and we send him the best wishes. And as Kevin Stanton kicks this ball high in towards the goal, it comes in towards Scanlon, but he drops it out over the end line for a 45. Well, Eddie was very lucky he wasn't in front of the goal there, or that one was sneaked in. As Kevin Stanton lines this free up now to put Knockmore in front. Kevin kicks it in towards the goal. It'll drop short. It's well taken by Dennis Carney. Bursts out. Dennis is fouled. And Charlestown have gone out of this game a bit this last. Well, the referee calls the play back. And it looks as if something happens there, that he's going to hop the ball. He throws it in with Dennis Carney. Dennis goes for it, takes it down, is taken away out. It comes to Michael Burns. Burns is fouled, gives it out quickly to his midfield partner, Kenny Riley. Kenny slips by Pádraig Brogan, gives it into this side of the corner to Gilroy. James Gilroy has it. Tries to come inside his man, gives it in. Low into number 12. But He's fouled. Sean Higgins is fouled. A free to Charlestown, and this Charlestown team looking very, very promising when they're on the attack. Very quick, move the ball around. They seem to be running all the time, and they're more experienced Knockmore backs having some difficulty in those early stages to keep tabs on them. As James Gilroy comes now, and he kicks it in, and he kicks it over the bar to put Charlestown back in front, 4 points to 3. Out to Kevin Barrett. Barrett has it coming up on the far side of the field, tries to come inside Robert O'Connor. A high ball from Kevin. Dennis Kearney is under it. Raymond Dempsey is there. It breaks down off Tom Colleran to Dennis, and Dennis is hard put off the ball, gets it out to Casey, the far side of the field. Casey gets it in low into Healy. Healy has it. Gives it out this side of the field to Michael Burns. Michael Burns has it. He's been tackled. He's been fouled by Padraig Brogan. And Padraig Brogan is going to get his name in the book here. And Padraig Brogan is not like Padraig Brogan to do that. He's one of the cleanest players in the game. That pulled down there by Padraig Brogan was not like Padraig. It seems that the pressure of as this ball is taken in and it's kicked wide by Kenny Riley, as Knockmore are being led by the new team on the Mayo scene, Charlestown, appearing in their first final for 40 or 50 years, and they have only won one county title way back 90 years ago. As the ball comes to Riley low into Kilroy in the corner. Kilroy has it, looks for his man, gives it back to Riley. Riley is shot. Riley a wide. And it looks like James Kilroy is down here after he delivered that ball to Kenny Riley. He's down here on the 45 meters line, and the referee is having a word with Kevin Stanton, and it looks like James Kilroy is up on his feet. He gets a swig out of the magic bottle. The free out from Pat Reap comes down to us. Stanton rises for it, gets it at the second attempt. He's fouled there, takes it quickly, gives it towards Tommy Holmes. Tommy has it, back to Hughie Lanyon. Hughie gives it up towards Kevin O'Neill in the corner, tries to come inside Halligan. It's still O'Neill. He's fouled. Kevin O'Neill is fouled. Gives it in quickly in towards Raymond Dempsey. Raymond tries to come inside Colleran. It's still Dempsey. Dempsey a shot, and Dempsey a point. Raymond's second point of the game to tie the scores up. 4 points apiece as we come up to half-time, about a minute or two to half-time. And the referee is having a chat with Tommy Halligan there, the captain of the team, and he's booking Tommy Halligan. Referee Martin Murphy from Ballinrobe. Doing his first county final today is Eddie Scanlon with this kick out in red. Dennis Kearney calls for it, but Eddie kicks it out to the middle of the field. Kenny Riley rises for it, knocks it down to Robert O'Connor. It breaks in, comes into Colm Horkin, and Colm, a former Mayo on the 21 player, lets the ball off his boot, screws off a bit, comes out to Sean Higgins. Sean's trying to pick it up, but it's pushed away by the Knockmore man. Comes back to Casey. Casey goes for it. Casey is fouled. And it looks like Kevin O'Neill is going to go into the boot now. John Casey is down. He's holding his leg for that challenge by Kevin O'Neill. 3 Knockmore men booked already. 1 from Charlestown. John Casey receiving treatment down here from the Dr. Davy. As we come with this kick now from John Casey, a mighty ball in towards the centre of us. Kenny Riley is knocked down. 2 Knockmore men there, is picked up by Pat Butler. Pat burst away with it. He's tackled, he's fouled, a free to Knockmore. Pat anxious to take it quickly. Gives it out to Kevin Stanton. Stanton all alone at the moment. Kevin gives it into the corner towards Kevin O'Neill and Tommy Halligan. Kevin has it, tries to come inside Tommy. He's fouled, a free to Knockmore. And the referee having another word with Tommy Halligan. Gives it in quickly from O'Neill to Dempsey. Dempsey back to Hughie Lanyon. Hughie Lanyon a shot, and Hughie Lanyon a point. To put Knockmore in front for the first time in the game. 5 points to 4 as we come up to half-time. And as Dublin were on Sunday against Donegal, Knockmore were today raging hot favourites, but they're not having it all their own way against the men from East Mayo. As Eddie Scanlon comes and kicks it high up in the air, up towards Kenny Riley. It's taken by Kevin Stanton. Stanton has it, 60 metres out, 50. He's still on the go, gives it into the corner into Kevin O'Neill. Kevin has it, toward the hand. Comes inside his man, back to Brogan. Brogan's shot is blocked. Comes down to Kenny Riley. Riley has it. Looks up, then gives a good ball out the side of the field, but Liam Armstrong is there. It breaks down, it's fouled. James Gilroy fouls Armstrong. A free two. Taken quickly out towards Pat Butler. Pat gives it out to Hughie Lanyon. Hughie has it. Gives it a low ball. Up towards O'Neill. O'Neill has it. Tries to come inside John Casey, who seems to be gone back to Mark Kevin O'Neill. It's still Fergal Sweeney. Sweeney going round. Gives it in. Low ball in towards Scanlon in the goal. Gives it out the far side of the field out to Michael Burns. Michael has it. Goes by Kevin Barrett. Gives it back to Robert O'Connor. Robert tries to come down Kevin Barrett and then gives it up the side of the field, but only straight to Kevin Stanton. Stanton there, fisted to Brogan. Brogan has it. A huge ball in towards the goal, in towards Colleran and Dempsey. The ball will hop out over the end line, and it's kept in play out there by Raymond Dempsey. Tom Colleran gets it out towards Michael Barton. Barton goes up the far side of the field with it, toward the hand. He gives it inside to Colin Harkin. Harkin comes inside. He's been pulled. He's been fouled. A free to Charlestown. Colin Harkin gives a low ball into the corner towards Healy. Healy has it. Tries to come inside Desi Rutledge. It's still Healy being tackled. But holding on to the ball too long. Taken by Pat Butler. Pat gives it low out towards Nigel Reep. Reep has it. Gets it. Out towards Hughie Lanyon. Hughie coming up the field well. Gives it in towards Kevin O'Neill. It's knocked down, but back goes Sean Higgins. Back to Tommy Halligan. Halligan loses the ball as Fergal Sweeney has it. Fergal gets inside Tommy Halligan, and Tommy not having the greatest of games so far. Sweeney takes a shot. Sweeney sends it wide. As the sub warms up here from Charlestown. We have a man out in the middle of the field injured. It looks like Nigel Reep, I think. Nigel has been doubtful all week with an injury. He's been attended to out there by Eamon Clark and Dr. Moffat as Seamus Weir goes out, the manager of the team. Seamus, a member of the Knockmore team that won 5 county titles and 1 intermediate title since 1972. As this kick out from Scanlon, kicked out the far side of the field, out towards Robert O'Connor, back to Colleran. Colleran gives it out to Dennis Carney, but Dennis was fouled there. And a free to Charlestown. Charlestown very lucky that that ball wasn't locked down. As a sub comes on the Charlestown team, it looks like Kevin James Durkin, and Kevin will come on, and Tommy Halligan comes off, the captain of the team, Tommy. And Tommy hadn't the best of games so far, just one of those days as Dennis Carney gives it in, low towards Kilroy in the corner. Kilroy looks up, lofts it in towards the middle, down towards Kenny Riley. Kenny tries to come inside his man, being tackled. It's still Riley. Hops the ball, loses it on the ground, gives it back to Kilroy. Kilroy ran out of space there, but gives it back to the middle, back towards Tommy Ward, and himself a former Knockmore player. Kicks it in. Tommy Ward kicks it over the bar for his first point for Charlestown. Tommy, a Garda in Charlestown, has been a member of the Knockmore team up until this year. Won 5 county senior medals with them, but gave his allegiance this year to Charlestown and gets the point to tie the teams up at 5 points apiece. As Pat Reep comes with his kick out, and Pat from the 20-metre line kicks it, as the referee Martin Murphy blows the half-time whistle here in McHale Park, Castlebar, on the Mayo Senior Championship final. Charlestown 5 points, Knockmore 5 points, all to play for in the second half. They've finished the half as they started, level pegging, as the players troop off over into the new tunnel in the McHale Park here, looking so splendidly today. have here Father Durkin, the former chairman of the Knockmore Club, and now living down in Drumore West, in the parish of Drumore West. We just ask him what he thinks of the game so far, and how do you think his old club Knockmore will fare in the second half. And
well, the game hasn't opened up at all yet, as far as I'm concerned. You know, it's playing at a very slow pace. Knockmore with a lot of wides in that, but it's so far I wouldn't count it any kind of a classic anyway.
No classic so far. Is there any area you see the field that anybody is dominating so far? Or?
Well, I think they're in the first half, in the latter part of the first half. Now Knockmore were dominating in the middle of the field, all right. But they're forward, something like a few years ago here against Tallymount. They're kicking a lot of them wide. But it's a good game. Interesting thing to see Tommy Ward playing for former Knockmore. I knew him as a young lad going to school, playing for Charlestown. The first kick he got, he put over the bar. So there you are.
So that's he levelled the score there just before half time.
That's right.
And Knockmore have the sun on their back now in the second half. And do you think the wind? Is there any wind advantage or anything? The flags look to be swirling around over there.
They do indeed. Yes, it's very hard to say. Actually, I think they will have a bit of wind advantage in the second half. And Knockmore to me are a team with great fire and great passion in them. And I think if they let that come, you know, that they can win this game. But the way it's going at the moment, I hear some people around here saying it could be a draw. I suppose the County Board are hoping for that. But,
I suppose the County Board are hoping for a draw.
That's right, yeah. But it's quite a good Charlestown team, though.
The Charlestown team seem to be running off the ball very well.
They are indeed. Yeah,
they're moving the ball around quickly.
That's right.
And they're getting it in quickly.
They are. And there's. I think there's a lot more to come in this game, yes.
A lot more to come?
I would think so, I would think so.
And we're ready for the second half of the county final. The throw-in, Porrick Brogan has it, breaks away from Michael Burns. Brogan has it, a high ball in towards the corner. Robert O'Connor is under it, and Nigel Reid. Nigel knocks it down, it comes back to Kevin Barrett. Kevin looks up, gives it in towards Casey and Kevin O'Neill. Kevin O'Neill is adjudged to be fouling John Casey. A free to Charlestown. Tom Colleran takes it quickly out towards Michael Burns. Michael comes inside Joe Davis. It's still Burns. A high ball up the far side of the field, up towards the goal, but it's taken out there by Seamus Durkin. Gives it out quickly to Tommy Holmes. Tommy gives it in towards Nigel Reid, but Dennis Kearney goes back there and reads it, and the blocker from Charlestown he won't be put off the ball too easily as he gives it into Colin Harkin. Harkin gives it back to Kenny Riley. Kenny has it, crosses the 45, loses, gets up, gives it in towards the far side of the field to Kilroy. Kilroy has it, tries to come inside. Michael Malloy gives it back to Harkin. Harkin in front of the goal. Over his head, a shot and a wide. And Michael Malloy is on the Knockmore team. Michael Malloy is on the Knockmore team, and it looks like Liam Armstrong has gone off. Yes, Liam Armstrong is off the Knockmore team. And Michael Malloy, the veteran of so many battles down the years, is on as Pat Breed kicks it out. It breaks down, it comes down towards Healy, gives it back to Riley. Riley has it, a low ball, in towards Higgins. Higgins has it, gives it out the far side of the field towards Kilroy. And Kilroy causing a lot of bother to the Knockmore defence there as Casey. John has it, gets up, he's 20 metres out, kicks it high in towards the goal. A wonderful point by John Casey. Left half back, John Casey from 20 metres out, halfway between the goal and the sideline, kicked it over the bar to put Charlestown back in front. Charlestown 6 points to 5. A Charlestown club that have not won the county title since 1902. Bidding to add to that today, and that point will help them on their way as Pat Reap kicks this ball out towards Kevin Stanton, gets it, screws off his boot a bit, goes out the far side of the field out towards Raymond Dempsey, being followed by Tom Colleran. Dempsey picks it up, tries to come inside Tom. It's still Raymond, back to Porrick Brogan. Porrick Brogan 25 metres out or so, kicks a high ball in, kicks it a wide ball. Well, Knockmore really hitting up the wides tally now. A lot of players here today trying to impress the new Mayo team manager about to be selected in the next couple of weeks or so. And Eddie Scanlon with this free out into the sun, kicks it as low, it goes out towards Kenny Riley. Riley has it, he's on the ground, he's fouled, a free. Kenny will take it himself, gives it in quickly in towards the middle towards Moran. Alan Moran has Stephen Healy knocks it down. It goes off somebody there, goes out towards Robert O'Connor. O'Connor has it, gives it into Kenny Riley. Riley has it. With space opening up in front of him is still Riley. Riley 35 metres out, kicks it in, kicks it over the bar. Kenny Riley. The man who came back from America 12 months ago to assist his club puts them in front by 2 points. About 3.5 minutes gone in the second half. Pat Reap in no hurry whatsoever. With this kick out now from the 20-metre line, kicks it towards the centre of the field. Towards Burns and Kevin Barrett. It breaks down to Pádraig Brogan. It's on the ground. Brogan goes after it. He knocks it inside to the corner to Kevin O'Neill. Kevin O'Neill playing with the ball on the ground is fouled, and it's a free to Knockmore. Taken in quickly towards Raymond Dempsey. It breaks down. Raymond picks it up again. He's fouled. It's a free in. And Raymond Dempsey will leave it there for Kevin O'Neill. A minor and under 21 star with the Knockmore club, and played minor for Mayo in 1991. One of the most promising young players. Will take this free. It's a vital kick to Knockmore as they're trailed by 2 points. 4.5 minutes gone. Kevin comes up now, kicks it low in towards the goal. It's taken there with a bit of difficulty. It's brought out. It's blocked down. Raymond Dempsey gets a boot to it. It's gone out for a 45. Well, a bit of indecision in there in the Charlestown full back line. It was like Kenny Riley that brought it away first, and as he did so, he lost it. As the Charlestown man is receiving a bit of attention down here. As Kevin O'Neill kicks it in. This is a better one, but it's gone to the left and gone wide. Out over the end line and wide. Down here on our left. As Charlestown lead by 2 points. 5 minutes gone in this second half. Michael Burns is receiving a bit of attention there. He's trots back onto the action again. As Eddie Scanlon went this kick out, the man from Achill, the fireman from Achill, working at the airport in Knock. The ball breaks down to Ron Riley, down to Casey. Casey is fouled. A free to Charlestown. A free to Charlestown. Tommy Ward back there organising the Charlestown defence against his old club, as Casey receives a bit of attention there. A free to Charlestown. John Casey kicks a high ball up in the air towards Kenny Riley. It breaks down to Kevin Stanton. Stanton comes away with it and then lofts a high ball in towards Raymond Dempsey and Tom Colvin. Colvin is out in front, fists it out to Robert O'Connor, and Robert has it, a low ball up the side of the field towards Stephen Healy. Stephen is being bundled off the ball there, and it's a line ball. It's a free to Charlestown. A free to Charlestown. A free to Charlestown. Stephen Healy was bundled off the ball there. A free to Charlestown. 1 metre in from the sideline. Robert O'Connor will take it. Son of Bobby, the referee and mentor on the Charlestown team for many years. As Robert comes now and kicks it right-footed in towards... It breaks down there in front of the goal. Seamus Durkin goes back. It's half blocked down. It's gone wide. It's gone off. Sean Higgins out for a wide as Eugene McHale comes on the Knockmore team. And it's a long time since the Knockmore team started without a McHale on the Knockmore team. Right down the years, there has been a McHale on the team since the club was formed way back in 1957. And Eugene McHale comes on for Fergal Sweeney. Fergal Sweeney goes off. Eugene McHale is on. Tommy Ward has the ball. Back to Casey. Casey fists it out to Higgins. Higgins has it. Tries to come inside his man. He's fouled. A free to Charlestown. John Casey will take it. Sean Higgins was fouled. And a free to Charlestown. 65 metres out, gives it quickly to Dennis Carney. Dennis comes by Joe Davis is still Dennis Kearney. He's 40 metres out, fisted in to Higgins. Higgins coming in, being tackled there by a number of Knockmore men, but he gives it across straight to Porrick Brogan, and Porrick comes away with it, gives it in, but back gets Tommy Galligan. Porrick Brogan picks it up, gives it out this side of the field towards Raymond Dempsey. The ball beats Raymond out over the sideline. It beats Raymond out over the sideline, and it's a line ball for Charlestown. Tom Colvin takes it quickly to Dennis Kearney. Dennis has Robert O'Connor with him. Robert has it 45 metres out, 50 metres out now. Gets it in a low ball, but it goes straight to Pat Butler, and Pat bursts away with it. Kicks it high up in the air towards Dennis Kearney. Dennis takes it down. Dennis beats Raymond Dempsey, comes out past him. He's fouled by Joe Davis, a free to Charlestown. And this is as Colm Harkin gets it up this side of the field, in towards Healy. Healy has it, comes inside Seamus. Desi Rutledge is still back to Harkin. Harkin has been fouled. Colm Harkin is fouled, free to Charlestown. About 38 metres out from the Knockmore goal. Michael Burns will take it. Michael Burns, about 38 metres out now. As he looks into it, a slight breeze in his face as he looks at it. 10 minutes gone, and Michael now comes up and kicks it in. It's a low one, goes in towards the goal. Pat Reap has it, comes out only as far as Stephen Healy, but he's beaten there by Kevin Barrett. Kevin comes away with it. He's been tackled by Healy, he's been fouled by Healy. A free to Knockmore, and Kevin Barrett anxious to take it quickly. Kevin looks up, he has Michael Malloy the far side of the field as James Gilroy goes to him. Michael gets in his kick, but John Casey goes back, and Kevin O'Neill goes by John Casey, but John Casey gets back. John Casey is fouled, and it's a free to Charlestown. And John Casey coming into this game very much in the last 5 or 10 minutes and doing a great defensive work there on Kevin O'Neill, who has been dominant in the early stages. But John Casey now with this free. He's about 60 metres out from his own goal. He's out on the stand side. The stand fairly well packed up. Gives it to Dennis Kearney. Kearney gives it back to John Casey. Casey is 45 metres out. Gives it in low, but Pat Butler is there. Beats Colin Harkin. Pat comes away with it. He's been tackled back to Durkin. Seamus out the far side of the field to Michael Malloy. Michael Malloy kicks it out the far side to Joe Davis. Joe gives it back to Tommy Holmes. Tommy gets a high ball in towards Raymond Dempsey and Tom Colvin. Tom gets a hand to it. Tom goes back, takes the ball, being tackled, gets it out towards Sean Higgins, but he puts it out over the line. A line ball to Knockmore. Joe Davis will take it, a man who got a trial with Everton Soccer Club earlier on this year. Will leave it to Kevin O'Neill. Kevin O'Neill, the student, to Jarlath, gets it in low towards Nigel Reap, beats his man Sean Galligan, loses the ball, taken away by Kevin James Durkin, and fisted out to Higgins. Higgins has it, takes it, gets round Tommy Holmes, fisted out to Colin Harkin, and Harkin's on the run. Gets it in low towards Sean Healy this side of the field. Healy has got Robert O'Connor. Robert O'Connor runs onto it. Robert goes for it. Loses it. Gets it. Robert's still on the ground. He's been tackled. He's been fouled. The ball, he held onto the ball too long. Gives it quickly out towards Hughie Lanyon. Hughie has it. Gives it to Pat Butler. Pat tries to come inside Kenny Riley. Pat is on the ground. Pat Butler is adjudged to have held onto the ball too long, and it's a free to Charlestown. Well, it was a bit harsh there on pass, but he was being tackled by two men. A free to Charlestown, and Kenny Riley will take this. Kenny on the 45-metre line with a chance to put Charlestown further ahead as he gives it to Barton. Barton bursts through. Still Michael Barton's a shot. It's blocked. Taken away by Durkin. Gives it out to Pat Butler. Pat has it. Looks up, but that shot is blocked down. It only goes as fast as Desi Rutledge. Desi is robbed by Alan Morden. And Alan Morden elected to have a shot himself. And Stephen Healy was outside him calling for the ball. But Alan had a go himself and he sent it wide. And Charlestown could rue those misses at the end of the game. They're 2 points ahead. There's 13 minutes gone in the game. As Pat Reap kicks it out towards Kenny Riley. Kenny seemed to be pushed in the back. He was. The referee has called back the play. Kenny was pushed in the ball back as he went for the ball by Kevin Stanton, and it's a free to Charlestown, taken quickly into Healy. Healy goes for it, picks it up, being tackled there, loses out towards Huey Lanyon. Huey gets up the side of the field and towards Nigel Reap, and the printer goes back after the ball. Galligan gets a boot to it, but Nigel gets it back to Joe Davis. Joe looks up and gives it in low towards Eugene, but John Casey bursts out of the ball and gives it out the far side of the field to Healy, and Healy gets it, picks it up, looks up, and then gives it out the far side of the field towards Michael Burns, fists it on towards Alan Moran. Moran has it, been fouled, gives it out quickly the far side of the field towards Healy. Healy has it, he's on a solo and he's 30 yards out. He gives it across to Kenny Riley. Kenny Riley in front of the goal. Kenny Riley a shot, and Kenny Riley a point for his third point of the game, to put Charlestown 3 points in front, and Charlestown looking by far the hungrier in this second half. Knockmore seems to have eased off a bit, and they don't seem to the same bite of the Knockmore teams of old. As Pat Reap comes with this kick out now, 8 points to 5. Pat Reap kicks it this side of the field. Warwick Brogan is under it, takes it, tries to come inside Robert O'Connor, and Colin Harkin takes the free quickly, but he didn't take it from where he was fouled, and it's a free to Knockmore. A free to Knockmore, taken quickly by Porrick Brogan, gives it out to Kevin Stanton, leaves it there to Kevin Barrett. Kevin Barrett gives it in low, in towards Huey Lanyon. Huey tries to come inside his man, but the referee says you were leaning, Huey, and it's a free out to Charlestown. As Dennis Kearney will take this free out. Dennis Kearney looks up, the most experienced man on the team, his brother Tom, that manages the team. Gives it out the far side of the field to Higgins. Higgins being tackled. Higgins being fouled by Michael Malloy, and it's a free to Charlestown. He seemed to run into Michael Malloy there. And Michael, a good hard half-back, won't stand on ceremony, but he'll play the fair all the time. As John Casey takes a swig out of the bottle, and John Casey will take it. John 70 metres out, but Dennis Kearney running up looking for a quick one. John takes it, kicks it high in towards Porrick Brogan. Brogan rises, but it's knocked down. It goes into Reap. Reap comes away with it. He's been tackled by Harkin. He's been fouled by Harkin, and it's a free out. Alan Morden stood in front of Pat. Pat is looking for somebody to run. Pat gives it up, a high ball up towards Kevin O'Neill and John Casey. The ball breaks down. O'Neill has it, comes inside as Tommy Ward slipped. It's still O'Neill. He's been tackled by Dennis Kearney. Kevin O'Neill kicks it in, but it will tail off to the left and it will tail off wide. As this huge Charlestown following get behind their team. A fine crowd here in McHale Park. As we look down at Eddie Scanlon with about 13 minutes left in the game, as Charlestown lead by 3 points, as Eddie kicks it high towards Kenny Riley, knocks it down. It comes to Michael Burns. Michael gives it back to Tommy Riley, gives it in low towards the far side of the field, towards Colin Harkin. And Colin, the publican son from the main street in Charlestown, gets it into Alan Malloy, but he's beaten there. It's half blocked down, and Michael Burns gets it in to Sean Higgins. Higgins a shot, and Higgins a point. And just listen to that roar of the Charlestown crowd. The men from East Mayo have their tails up. Can they do a Donegal on Knockmore? As this kick out from Pat Reap, he kicks it towards this side of the field, out towards Robert O'Connor, and Robbie has it. He comes inside into Healy. Healy has it, tries to get around Desiree Rutledge on the ground, gives it back to Tommy Ward. Tommy Ward gives it across the middle towards Dennis Kearney, and Dennis won't pull out any challenges as it goes to Kevin Barrett. Kevin Barrett is beaten as the ball comes to Harkin. Harkin is 40 metres out. He bursts through. His shot is blocked. It comes to Pat Butler. Pat goes down on it. Just brushes by Robert O'Connor. It's still Butler. Gets by Tommy Ward. Gives it to Pádraig Brogan. A high ball in from Brogan. Down towards Kevin O'Neill and John Casey. It breaks down to Reap. Reap is in front of the goal. Nigel Reap. A low shot in. And a point from Nigel Reap. Well, just skimmed the crossbar from Nigel Reap as a Charlestown man is down on the sideline here. Charlestown man down as the linesman brings it to the attention of the referee Martin Murphy, and Desi Rutledge is going to be spoken to. Desi Rutledge is being spoken to there. Stephen is up. He's all right. The referee blows the whistle, the kick out. The ball breaks down. It's there with Kevin O'Neill. Kevin O'Neill has it. He has a free. Raymond Dempsey is anxious to take the free. Knockmore are 3 points behind and need a goal, do they now, or will they go keep plugging away and take their points and hope the goal will come? They're 3 points behind. 10 minutes left in the game. Kevin Stanton kicks it to Dempsey. Dempsey gives it into Tom Calvin. It goes off Tom's fingers. It goes back to Halligan. Halligan gives it out to Robert O'Connor, and they're playing a very tight game there. But possession football, gives it out towards Kevin Stanton. It breaks in there towards Alan Moran. Moran is beaten by Stanton, gives it out to Hughie Lanyon. Hughie fists it in towards Pádraig Brogan. Pádraig Brogan cuts in, a low shot in. A goal from Brogan! Pádraig Brogan burst in from the right-hand side of the field and crashed the ball into the roof of the net for a goal. Moran is beaten by Stanton, gives it out to Hughie Lanyon. Hughie fists it in towards Pádraig Brogan. Pádraig Brogan cuts in, a low shot in. A goal from Brogan! Pádraig Brogan burst in from the right-hand side of the field and crashed the ball into the roof of the net for a goal. Moran is beaten by Stanton, gives it out to Hughie Lanyon. Hughie fists it in towards Pádraig Brogan. Pádraig Brogan cuts in, a low shot in. A goal from Brogan! Pádraig Brogan burst in from the right-hand side of the field and crashed the ball into the roof of the net for a goal. Pádraig Brogan delivered. 1-6 to 9 points. The sides are level. As Eddie Scanlon kicks this ball out, goes Stanton, it breaks down, he has it. He's fouled, it's a free to Knockmore. Kevin has it. Low in towards Nigel Reap. And Nigel, the captain of the team, is fouled. And a chance to put Knockmore back in front. Raymond Dempsey will take this free. Well, he leaves it to Kevin O'Neill. O'Neill goes across and he takes the responsibility of putting Knockmore back in front.
You scored on that?
Yeah.
Away now.
Kevin O'Neill with this kick, kicks it in and he kicks it wide. As Eddie Scanlon with this kick out from the 5 metre line, Eddie comes down, he kicks it right footed towards the centre of the field, towards Kevin Barrett. It's knocked down. John Casey goes back for it. The ball is gone out over the line for a line ball to Charlestown, and John Casey will take it. Well, the referee says that John was pushed and he brings the ball up 10 metres. John Casey will take this free and put it down on the ground. There's 7 minutes and a half left in the game, and whatever injury time Martin Murphy will add on. John Casey, Dennis Kearney very anxious that he get a sharp one. John Casey kicks it high, it goes in towards the middle. Kenny Riley rises for it, but it breaks down there to Sean Higgins. Higgins has it, gives it back, but it's taken away by Kevin Barrett, and Kevin comes out the far side of the field and gives it to Kevin Stanton, and Stanton kicks a huge ball up the far side of the field. The ball will beat them out over the in line and wide, but the referee has blown back for a foul on a Knockmore player as he was going for the ball, and a free to Knockmore. He's going to throw the ball in there. It looked as if he was given a free to Knockmore. He throws it in. It breaks down to Eugene McHale. Dennis Kearney has it, and Dennis Looking up, gives it out the far side of the field towards Higgins. Higgins has it, gets it back to there, but back comes Kevin Stanton with it. Burst out of the rucker players, and Stanton burst away. A free to Knockmore. And Raymond Dempsey looks to be holding his leg out there on the far side of the field for that clash with Sean Higgins. Dempsey on his own 70 metres line. He's all right, he's up. Stanton kicks it quickly to O'Neill and John Casey. Casey gets a hand to it. O'Neill goes back, gets it. It's still O'Neill, gets it in there to Michael Malloy. Malloy has it. Toward a hand once, then gives it in towards Kevin Stanton. And Stanton looks up and kicks it in and kicks it over the bar for the lead for Knockmore from Kevin Stanton. His first score of the game, Kevin Stanton, and what an appropriate time to get it. With 5 minutes left in the game, Knockmore take the lead, 179 points. Officials from both teams looking very anxious as they're issuing instructions out there to their players to keep it going. And now Charlestown need a score to stay in this Mayo Championship as Eddie Scanlon kicks it quickly to Tom Colleran. Tom fists it out towards Casey, back to Tom Colleran, and the chemist working in Ballyhonus only gives it straight to Porrick Brogan, and Porrick Brogan kicks a huge ball up the side of the field towards Joe Davis. Joe was adjudged to have been holding Robert O'Connor, and it's a free to Charlestown. Sean Galligan will take it, gives it quickly to Dennis Kearney. Dennis leaves the ball behind him, tries to come by Eugene McHale. The ball is on the ground. Joe Davis gets a boot to it. Joe is on the run, he's 45 metres out. It's still Joe Davis, loses the ball. Sean Galligan goes back, but it's still Davis. Davis is beaten there, but he knocks it out to Eugene McHale. McHale has it. Still Eugene McHale, trying to get by Tom Colleran. Still McHale, fisted back to Dempsey. Raymond comes inside, right-footed, high ball in, and over the bar from Raymond Dempsey. His third point of the game, and Knockmore is 8 to 9 points. 4 minutes left in the game. And Eddie Scanlon in a hurry now, gives it quickly to Dennis Kearney. Dennis has it, looks up, a high ball up the side of the field. Hughie Langan goes back, and Sean Healy, it breaks inside to Morden, and Stephen Healy has it, goes back, gets it, and he has recovered from that bit of a bang he got, gives it into Kenny Riley. Riley has it, being tackled by Stephen Seamus Durkin. Still Riley, gives it up the far side of the field, out the far side, out towards Colin Harkin. Harkin has it, back 20 metres out, a shot from Harkin, a wide from Harkin. Well, a terrible wide there from Colin Harkin when Charlestown needed a score. 3 minutes left in the game. 3.5 minutes left in the game. Pat Reap with this kick out. Knockmore lead by 2 points, 8 to 9 points. And they're only 3.5 minutes away from their 6th county senior title as Pat Reap comes and kicks this ball high up in the air. Porrick Brogan is under it. It breaks down. It comes to Dennis Kearney. Dennis is fouled. The referee says, come up, Dennis. Dennis gives it in quickly into the corner towards Kilroy. Kilroy has it, knocks it down, but Tommy Holmes comes away with it. And he's flying now. Tommy up the far side of the field. It's still Tommy Holmes. Gives it out to Kevin O'Neill. Comes inside John Casey. O'Neill loses the ball. Picks it up. Tries to come inside Dennis Kearney. Gives it out now to Tommy Holmes. Tommy stayed up there. Gives it into Nigel Reid. Nigel has it. He's 14 metres out. He's cutting in from the far side. He gives it back to Kevin O'Neill. Kevin O'Neill is in front of the goal. Kevin O'Neill loses the ball. It's taken away by Kevin Durkin. Kevin gets it out to Dennis Kearney. Dennis looks up and then gives it out to James Kilroy. James tries to come inside Michael Malloy. Michael Malloy fouls James Kilroy. James takes it quickly in towards Sean Higgins. Sean Higgins gives it out quickly this side of the field to Robert O'Connor. Robert has it. Tries to come inside Hughie Langan. Gives it out to Stephen Healy. Stephen tries to come inside. It's Stephen. Gives it back to Robert O'Connor. Robert has it. 35 metres out. A shot from Robert O'Connor and a wide. And when a cool head was needed, there was nobody with the experience around to put that ball over the bar. Young Robert, a great prospect with the Charlestown club and former minor and under 21 star, missed that one as this free out from Pat Reap. 2 minutes left in the game. Pat Reeve kicks it out high, down towards Michael Burns and Kenny Riley. Brogan rises. A wonderful catch by Pádraig Brogan. He still has it. He loses it. It breaks down to Kevin Stanton. Stanton has been pushed in the back by Kevin Durkin and Kenny Riley, and Raymond Dempsey tells Kevin, take it easy, as Kevin kicks it high up in the air, up towards Robert O'Connor. Robert is looking at it as Nigel Reid nips in and beats him there as he comes inside Sean Galligan. Nigel Reid takes a shot across the goal and wide. Well, Nigel Reid had a chance to sew this county final up, if it wasn't already sewn up for Knockmore with that score, but there's only just the 2 points in it. As Eddie Scanlon kicks it out towards Michael Byrne, loses it. It comes down to Eugene McHale. Eugene is on the run. Eugene takes a shot, and Eugene sends it over the bar. Eugene McHale has put it over the bar for his first score of the game, and to put Knockmore 3 points up. With time almost up, Dennis Kearney has the ball. He's been fouled by Eugene McHale. The referee is calling Eugene to him. He's going to book Eugene for time wasting and holding on to Dennis Kearney. And Dennis will take this free. Dennis Kearney will take the free. Every man seems to be marked up. Dennis is going for the shot front to Tom Colleran, and the chemist will have to supply some medicine for Charlestown now if they intend to get back in this game. Tom Colleran kicks it high in towards Alan Morton, but it's beaten out there, and Pat Butler gets it back to Desi Rutledge, and Desi gives it out to Pádraig Brogan, and Brogan comes up, kicks it left-footed up the side of the field, a huge ball. It's still in play. Robert O'Connor goes back and gets it, picks it up as Nigel Reid comes in, and the ball goes off Nigel Reid. And Nigel Reid, the ball is left there to Robert O'Connor to take this free. Robert takes the ball high up the side of the field, up towards Pádraig Brogan, rises for it, tries to come by his man, did a high ball up in the air, a spin on it, it'll spin out over the line. Another line ball for Charlestown, but the Knockmore people doesn't matter anyways. He keep it out there, gives it out towards Burns, is beaten there by Joe Davis. To Durkin, gets by Kevin O'Neill, and gives it back to Dennis Kearney, and Dennis is on a run. Dennis loses the ball, gives it into Riley, back to Durkin. Durkin has it, toe to hand, tries to come inside Seamus. Durkin back to Henry, Healy back to Alan Morton. Morton is shot across the goal. Will the ball break down to Casey? It's down to Colin Harkin. Harkin has it. He's been tackled. He's held onto the ball too long. Colin Harkin put the head down, and Martin Murphy blew the whistle and awarded a free out to Knockmore. With injury time being played now, as Pat Reeve comes up to kick this ball out. He kicks it towards the side of the field. Kevin O'Neill is all alone. Not anymore. Kevin Durkin is with him now. Kevin comes inside him. He has Deadly Rutledge with him. Behind him to back up. Gives it out to Pádraig Brogan. Pádraig Brogan comes inside Robert O'Connor. It's still Brogan. A shot from Brogan. And a wonderful point from Pádraig Brogan to put the icing on the cake. Knockmore 110. Charlestown 9 points. The man who came back from Donegal, has secured Knockmore's victory in this county senior final by scoring a wonderful goal with about 10 minutes left in the game. Pádraig Brogan has scored 1-1 in a fine contribution, as Noel McHale and Eamon Clark goes out to console Tommy Ward, who gave so many good years of service to the Knockmore club, but today wasn't to be his day with his new club Charlestown going down by 4 points.
Score at full time, Knockmore 1 goal 9 points, Charlestown 9 points. So the captain of the winning team to the last from home.
the crowd gather round here for the presentation of the Moncler Cup to Nigel Reap, man who was troubled by injury the whole year, and Knockmore fans spill onto the field here in McHale Park. The curtain comes down on the Mayo Senior Championship for 1992, with Knockmore writing their way into history with their 6th county senior title. One of the most successful clubs in County Mayo, Knockmore, the parish of the Backs, formed in 1957. Won the intermediate title in 1972. The senior in 73, and went on to win the Connacht Club Championship. Only one of 2 clubs in Mayo to win the Connacht Club Championship, the other being the great rivals, Gary Moore. Knockmore won the senior titles in 73, 80, 83, 84, 89. And back here today to get their 6th title there in 1992. And what a proud day for those men from Knockmore who were really put up to them by those gallant losers from the Charlestown team from East Mayo. It took a super goal from Pádraig Brogan to knock them out of the championship.
White on the fresh. Wait at the goal. Dungoyle. Ian took his sports to how she doing. On behalf of the LGA board, I wish to congratulate Knockmore on their fighting display in winning the county title this evening. To a very interesting and entertaining game. With that, I would call on Nigel Reap, our 4th captain, to accept the Moncler Cup.
Okay, Ken. Where's the camera? Lovely, where's the camera? Sorry, Les. Where's Christy? Nice shot.
And that's the honour falls to Pádraig Brogan.
All right. Can you hear me? I've been landed with the job. The easiest job in the last. Let's collect this cup on behalf of this fabulous team. It was too tight, too close. So forgive me if I catch my breath. I have a lot of people to thank. It's funny, when I look at this, I remember in 1973 we won this first. I think Christy Hughes was the captain. And I wasn't at the match, but he came around to the schools and he asked us to lift the cup. And I remember trying to lift it and I couldn't lift it. Christy, I don't know if you're down there now. You see that? I have a lot of people I'd like to thank. I'd like to thank the players, every single one of them, from number 1 to number 28. A special word for Eugene, who has travelled 140 miles 3 times a week to be with us. And I tell you, and especially 1 or 2 of the older lads, who I'm sure are finding it hard, but in effort. Be easier now. And 2 lads that's out injured, Aidan and Frank. They're 2 lads that I think. I would also like to thank the club. By that I mean the officers and everyone associated with it. Everybody down to the person that cleans out the dressing rooms. Because they're as much a part of this as we are. I would like to thank our sponsors. They're too numerous to mention. But I would like to thank the main one, Claire, Eamon Clark. I would like to thank the supporters. Especially the ones who maybe travelled far, and the ones that have been with us for every game this year, and there have been quite a few of those. Behind the scenes, lads of the team, there's a few fellas I'd like to thank. There's one man, he tells me he's 5'2", but I doubt it. He's 10 feet tall here now, and that's Brendan Murphy. His able assistant, Desi Welch. And our trainer for the year, James Hogan. He might have kept us behind the boxes, but we're out in front as far as fitness is concerned. Who is? Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. I have 3 fellas to thank. It's over the team. And when you talk about 3 wise men, these are 3 wise men. And they are Eamon Clark, Seamus Weir, the manager, and Dr. Moffat. I remember another year when Knockmore won the championship in 1980, and a man by the name of Tommy Ward and helped collect the cup. I'm sure Tommy is happy watching me collect this one as I was watching him collect that. But I'll tell you one thing, he's one great lad, and him and Charlestown didn't surprise us today. That's exactly what we expected of them. And they were very unlucky, and with so many young lads, they're certainly going to win it in the future. Maybe in 10 years, I hope. Lads, I'd like to give them 3 cheers. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! There's 1 or 2 more things that I can't think of. I'll let you go, lads. I'll let you take everyone. I hope this is going up to Dempsey's house next year. Okay, thank you. If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. Is that finished? I'd like to thank Tommy Welch for doing the commentator. Thank you. I kind of find I'm too tired this man. I'm absolutely full. Should have took me off 2 minutes for time. Give me a...
Nigel Reeve as captain of the Knockmore team. How do you feel just now?
You cannot describe the feeling in words like I feel after collecting that cup. On the match itself, I won't deny it, I thought we were beaten. I knew if we were going to win it, it was going to take a goal to win it, and it took a fabulous goal to win it from Porrick. But seeing as that Charlestown are going to feel awful hard done by. They ran us ragged for so long to be beaten in a matter of 5 or 6 minutes, you know. And they have a magnificent young team, but I cannot help I cannot praise our lads enough. They kept going, and we've had 1 or 2 injuries coming into this thing. Porrick Brogan was injured coming into this, was carrying a groin strain and didn't train only 1 or 2 nights since the semi-final. Peter Butler hadn't trained at all since the semi-final. Them lads went out today and they were excellent. You know, lads today, they were in trouble. They kept on plugging, you know, and the subs that you seen yourself come in and did the job for us.
Thanks very much, Nigel, and congratulations.
Thanks a million.
And enjoy your success back in Knockmore.
We sure will. Thanks a million, lads. Thank you.